When people hear the name Mustang, they don't just picture a car. They hear an engine note, feel a vibration in the chest, and imagine a very specific kind of American freedom that has evolved for more than 6 decades. The story of Mustang engines is really the story of how performance, culture, and technology collided at exactly the right moments in history. When the first Ford Mustang debuted in 1964, it wasn't initially about brute force, it was about accessibility and style. It offered modest inline-six engines alongside small V8s, giving everyday drivers their first real taste of performance. But it didn't take long for horsepower to become the Mustang's true language, especially as the muscle car wars of the late 1960s heated up. Engines like the legendary 289 and later the 302 small block V8s became symbols of balance, lightweight, responsive, and perfectly suited to a car that valued driving feel as much as straight-line speed. As competition intensified, Ford pushed even further, unleashing big block monsters such as the 390, the 428 Cobra Jet, and eventually the fearsome Boss 302 and Boss 429. Engines built as much for racing homologation as for street dominance. According to historical performance data and period road tests, these engines didn't just increase horsepower, they redefined what an affordable American performance car could be, even if fuel economy and emissions were little more than afterthoughts at the time. Engines like the legendary 289 and later the 302 small block V8s became symbols of balance, lightweight, responsive, and perfectly suited to a car that valued driving feel as much as power. The early 1970s brought a dramatic shift. Tighter regulations, rising insurance costs, and the oil crisis forced Mustang engines into an identity change, shrinking displacement and dialing back power. While this disappointed purists, it kept the Mustang alive. The Mustang II era is often criticized, yet many historians argue it was about survival, not failure, allowing the nameplate to endure when many other muscle cars disappeared entirely. In the 1980s, the Fox body Mustang reignited enthusiasm, especially with the return of the 5.0-liter V8. This engine became a tuning legend thanks to its simplicity, durability, and massive aftermarket support. Enthusiasts still say the 5.0 didn't just bring back speed, it restored credibility, making Mustangs a common sight at drag strips, street races, and weekend garage builds across America. The 1990s and early 2000s introduced more refined power plants, including the modular V8 family. While controversial at first, these engines ultimately proved that performance and modern engineering could coexist. As emission standards tightened and technology advanced, Ford leaned into overhead cams, improved airflow, and sophisticated electronic controls, laying the groundwork for a new golden era. That moment arrived with the Coyote 5.0, an engine widely praised in modern reviews for blending high-revving excitement with everyday reliability. It showed that naturally aspirated V8s could still thrive in an increasingly turbocharged world. Alongside it came turbocharged EcoBoost engines, signaling a shift toward efficiency and global appeal without abandoning performance, a move that sparked debate among traditionalists but attracted a new generation of drivers. Experts often note that this dual-engine strategy helped keep the Mustang relevant worldwide, balancing heritage with innovation. Today, Mustang engines represent more than numbers on a spec sheet. They reflect changing priorities, from raw power to precision engineering, and from local dominance to global performance standards. Whether it's the thunder of a classic big block, the nostalgic growl of a Fox Body 5.0, or the refined aggression of a modern Coyote, each era tells a story about what drivers wanted and what technology made possible at the time. And as the automotive world moves toward electrification, the Mustang engine legacy reminds us that progress doesn't erase history, it builds on it, one unforgettable rev at a time.